What is space gold? That's what we're talking about today. I'm Nose for Silver, and space gold has been used on some coins along the way, and we're going to talk about what makes it special, if it's worth more, and everything else that you should know about it, so stay tuned.
The cabin will depressurize and we'll both be sucked into outer space together.
So space gold is something that isn't talked about very often, but it's used in this Silver Panda 2015 special Moon Festival coin. It's China's second largest holiday, by the way. Now, just to show you this coin real quick, you can see that it's made of silver. It is a kilo. It has 1 kilogram of silver, 999. And then it has 3 grams of 999 space gold right there in the moon, which makes it pretty unique because most coins don't have any space gold in them. The reverse of this coin, is just pretty typical of a Chinese coin right there with the back of it. We're not really talking about this coin. We're just using it as an example to talk about what space gold is, the rarity of it, and if it actually makes any coin or this coin more valuable. And one more special thing about this coin right here is that there were only 2,000 struck of these coins, so it's obviously going to contain a little extra value anyways, just because of the limited nature of it. But here's where it gets a little interesting with, what actually is space gold. The real definition, I guess, what you would say is that it's gold that's traveled through space aboard NASA's Space Shuttle Challenger in the 1980s as part of a long-duration exposure facility, also known as the LDEF. The journey of it, 6 24-karat gold plates orbited the Earth for 69 months, traveling 625 million miles exposed to space-hard conditions. Retrieved by Space Shuttle Columbia in 1990, studied by NASA for 25 years, and then auctioned off to be used for these coins, or anyone else who decided to participate in that auction for coins or whatever purpose they wanted. And most often, whenever you see space gold in a coin format, it does symbolize somehow the space theme, as far as either, the moon in this case, astrology, the universe, some way a coin that's made with space gold is most often themed by the outer space or something that's beyond this earth. Here's what makes space gold kind of special in this coin is it's the only coin that features NASA's space-flown gold, aside from 12 Sacagawea dollars that are stored in Fort Knox. It combines Chinese numismatic prestige with American space history, which, that's not a very traditional coupling of cultures because we all know how China and the US are dealing today, but this coin in particular kind of melds those two cultures together in a nice way that's not so contentious, but in a fun way, especially for space enthusiasts. This coin itself was struck in a proof quality ultra cameo contrast, and most of these coins were certified by the NCG. I think it's like 1,967 were certified, so that leaves only like 33 that weren't certified. This one is certified as a 69, while some are certified as 70s. 69 is the median score of them, but you can find them as low as, I think, 63. So I'm content with this one being a 69 score. The low mintage and the unique gold increases its premium over silver gold melt value, and it's often sold via exclusive distributors like Government Mint. However, lately, all of the major distributors online that I've researched are sold out of this coin. And the only place that I was able to see it offered was on eBay, and they're running for around $4,000 a piece right now. So that gives you a little bit of idea of what the value of space gold can add to a coin like this, lifting it well beyond the value of a simple kilo of silver. But with space gold, there are a lot of controversies around whether it should even be used in coins like this or if it should be stored for historical reasons and saved and not produced in the public. But NASA did auction the gold off. So, I mean, that kind of puts the brunt of the ethical questions on NASA rather than those who participated in the auction. But as far as this one goes, the challenges with this coin and the controversies around it, as far as the space gold being involved, is just that because there are only 2,000 pieces made, it really makes it hard for the public to get their hands on it. Its initial high price kind of kept it out of the public hands. However, the authenticity of it has been relatively easy to authenticate because these coins would be very hard to reproduce. And like I said, I think 1,967 of them are certified by the NGC. Overall, space gold is a very unique proposition because there are trillions or millions of tons of rare earth metals, or I guess you would call them rare space metals in this case, that are floating around asteroids out in space. And if we were able to harvest those easily, it would make gold so much less scarce here on Earth. It's not a very often thing that happens. So with this being part of the NASA program, it really makes it a unique coin and a unique melding of cultures. But just have it be known that there is so much gold available on asteroids that really aren't that far from the Earth. It just comes down to whether the cost would prohibit mining that gold and what would be the repercussions of bringing so much gold back to Earth, if it would lower the value of the price of gold overall, or if space gold might be held at a premium due to the process that it takes to obtain it and to bring it back to Earth. But overall, this 2015 Panda Moon Festival coin, it's a numismatic treasure. It's something that you don't see very often, and the Panda is obviously something that is highly regarded as a collectible coin. As far as space mining looms in the future, maybe more coins can be made like this. It's just hard to tell because the whole process of getting this gold took probably about 30 plus years. So it's not a quick process that happens. I'm interested to know if you would collect a coin that includes space gold. There are other coins out there other than this Chinese Panda that include the space gold, and smaller coins as far as like a 1 ounce version of them. So you can get your hands on space gold a little more easily, but there definitely always is a premium involved. Let me know what you think about this coin, what you think about space gold, if it actually adds value, if it's worth less or more than Earth gold in your opinion, and just what you think about the overall vibe of harvesting gold from outer space. I'm Nose for Silver. I really appreciate you watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit those buttons. New channel here. I'm trying to bring you all the latest news and information about coin collecting and just the different ways that you can go about adding to your gold or silver stack that might be fun and creative, or give you a little numismatic value and have some premium to your coins rather than just always focusing on melt value. Hit me up in the comments. As always, we'll see you tomorrow with more silver on the table. Have a great one.